Oopsies. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 2 of the Nona and Algie Talk Show. We are live. I'm Winona.
Hey.
I'm Winona.
And I'm Algie.
All right, so let's get this started. So again, we are going to be updating our friendship tag. Going to be asking each other a couple of questions, but first we want to dive deep into our backstory of how we even became friends. So how did we meet?
Okay, so how we met was back in South Pass after middle school. It was back in 2007. Okay.
Yeah.
And we met through one of our mutual friends. She introduced us together, and we became cool ever since. And we started laughing together. We started talking a lot about great things that we were interested in, and then we got a lot closer once we got into high school, I should say. In high school, we were in a group, but to be honest, through that whole entire group, we were the closest because we've actually talked about real life situations, and we actually talked about like our future, what we want to do for our career wise and stuff. So it was just been great positivity ever since.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so another question: how did we get close?
I think we got close right when I think it was like winter time. We eventually started like talking about college, like what we want to do with college. Like I remember I was asking you like, what do you want to do with your career wise? And at the time, we didn't know.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't know really what I wanted to do. I was just so focused on like what was my dream car, but not the career. But that's really how I truly remembered it. And then like we never ever had an argument.
I agree. Never. Maybe a little petty one that you have mentioned to me, but I don't remember at all. I really don't.
It was so long ago when we was kids. I mean, it was so long ago. But I look back now, like from all the way down when we first met, all the way up till now, like we never had a competition, beefs. Yeah. We actually support each other.
Absolutely.
All the time. Mm-hmm. Like, no matter what, the good, the bad, the ugly times, we are there for each other.
Yeah. So, favorite memory? I want to go ahead and start this off because I feel like I let Algernon answer those two really huge questions, and I was just here kind of asking. But I would have to say when Algernon had to move, because keep in mind, guys, that we did also go to the same high school together.
Yes.
And I believe he moved at what grade? I forgot.
Junior year.
Yeah. So around that time, he texted one day and he was like saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go, visit campus. I want to say hi to all my South Pass friends and all that." And then I was like, "Oh my gosh, he's actually gonna stop by." And yeah, so like that was my biggest memory. We actually took a selfie together. If I find it, I can probably share it on my story one time. But yeah, I think that was my favorite memory. What about you?
I would say my favorite memory of us was, I think I got one. Remember when we were like in 10th grade and we were did the fitness test and we were running super fast on the track, and we took the same PE class but with different teachers. And we were just running like so fast on the track. And I was like, I will beat you running. And then he was like, no, I'm going to beat you. And I was like, we'll see about that. Okay. So then we just took off running, and it turned out you beat me.
Oh, I don't know about that. You know what? That was, if we're talking about the mile, I usually suck at running. Like it's probably my weakest thing ever. I cannot run a mile like under eight something. It was like 8:10, I believe, my time. Yeah. And that's literally the fastest. So then I was actually sprinting for my life. Yes.
Yeah, you must have beat me because I was after. I was like a minute or two after, something like that.
Yeah, but honestly, that was really fun. But right. It definitely made me realize, yeah, I could work on running, but that's not my strength right now. It's not, sadly, that's not. And I find other ways to work out and stuff, but we'll get into that in a future video. But anyways, we want to get into the friendship tag so then we don't take too long on this live stream. But yeah, do you want to go first? I want to ask the first question that I do not know. First of all, we have 6 questions that we're going to ask each other. None of us know the questions. So it's a surprise.
Okay.
Okay.
Want me to go first, or you want to go first?
I want you to go first.
Okay. So, what is your dream job?
Whew. Oh, child, I don't know. So like nursing was something that I wouldn't say it was my dream job, but yet I'm gonna be starting my nursing career pretty month from now. Um, but I know right? After like finding a job after graduating early this year, and it was just such a struggle. It's not exactly my dream job, I wouldn't say, but I do respect that career definitely, and I feel like um, it's a career where I can really show my care and compassion for people. And I'm pretty passionate about that. But in terms of like really like a dream job, initially I wanted to get into like fitness and to be a dance fitness instructor at one point.
Ooh.
And
Yeah,
it's
I
really
remember
just
you told
for
me something
fun
about that.
cardio type of freestyle, you know.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
that's crazy. You're
Fitness,
like, I don't
fitness.
see you really posting dance videos like that. But I'm like, I kind of just do it for fun, and I think it's a fun way to burn so many calories, and you get to dance to your own music, so it's pretty fun.
And also to your favorite songs too, so you
Yeah,
can have some style with
and you're
it.
like sweating it off. And you don't even realize how many calories you're burning. It's like you actually have fun working out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna ask you.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Let's
Oh.
see. First impression of me.
Oh my gosh, I thought you were the sweetest person. Like the sweetest. Like I
No
remember
way.
when we first met, it was like in the hallway, right? And I was like, oh. First I was like, I don't know if she likes me. And then I was
Oh
like, you know
gosh.
what? I was like, you know what? She was like the sweetest person. Like you really came up to me, was like, hi, I'm TheNonah. I said, oh my gosh. I said, hi, I'm Algeon. And we just started talking like
We
normal.
vibed pretty early on, I'd say.
We
Like
really did.
from the very moment we met, it's like it just kind of clicked or whatever.
I mean, click like that. I mean,
Yeah, like in a snap.
Exactly.
That's really sweet. I literally thought you were so down to earth, and you were being so real. That's my first impression of you, and I really appreciate that. You don't really you don't try to like hide who you are as a person.
No,
You're very authentic.
Yeah, thank you. Speaking of that, it took a long time, to really be confident within myself.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Oh, I get that.
Because you're always confident, child.
No, I mean, I was trying to hide the fact that I'm actually really reserved and introverted. So I would express through, like fashion, I would call it fashion, whatever, just to kind of disguise how I truly felt inside. Because I know I'm really closed off as a person. And I wasn't so out there, like extroverted wise. Because if I was extroverted from the very beginning, I would have probably had more friends, probably blah, blah, blah. Like I was really to myself, but the only way for me to express in a way that wasn't like an introverted self of mine was through clothing. So I kind of just I kind of gave off that illusion that I was, but deep down I was a little bit shy, not gonna lie. So.
You're killing them outfits now. You're killing it constantly.
Oh, I was so worried about that. I was. Oh my goodness.
But you still killed it though, regardless.
Thank you.
Okay, so I got another question for you.
Okay.
The next question is, what is your favorite color?
Okay, so it used to be purple, hands down. But I have like multiple, so I don't know. Should I pick top top one or top two? What is it?
Oh, you can do like your top two.
Okay, so I like lavender specifically, and I'm starting to like blue. But I like the light blue, a little bit light blue.
Me too.
Yeah, it's cute. It's really cute.
Yeah, blue is awesome.
Ooh, I'm going
right.
Yeah. All right, how about this? Favorite food, if you had to pick one?
I would say soul food.
Oh, you always be telling me about that. I just had my cornbread,
My collard greens, my macaroni and cheese.
You know how to make some real food, though. I honestly am jealous because he actually cooks really well. I never tried his food, but it always looks so good.
You didn't?
I don't think I've ever tried your food before.
Really?
No.
I thought I did.
I don't remember.
It's gonna happen.
Yes.
But you know what? Speaking of that real quick, when it comes to the cooking, I literally learned from my mom.
Yeah.
And the cooking class that we took back in middle school in 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
That's like how I really learned like how to do like a little bit of, like casseroles and enchiladas and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit because of the cooking class. The soul food, learned all that from my mom.
That's nice. So you learn a lot at home.
Right.
I'm sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do.
Next.
Okay. Have we always gotten along?
Oh gosh, I don't even remember us having like a legit argument to the point that we don't even talk to each other. I feel like we do get along, and we respect each other's space.
Yeah,
I think we do. That's the thing, because you could be a friend to somebody, but you have to kind of realize, you know, like there are boundaries, and like maybe they don't want to talk that day. You have to understand that, and if they feel like calling you that day, then that's fine. But if they don't feel like it, it's like, you know, just give them space. So I don't think we've gotten to that point where we would argue and just not speak at all.
No, it's never been that at all. It's really just we have respect for our boundaries.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. It's just like the respect and our boundaries. Whatever it is that's going on, we have boundaries.
Yeah, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Ooh, this is a good one. I'd say.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
It's pretty good, actually. I have to say, what's your favorite motto to live by? It could be one or two, or just even a Bible verse is pretty good too. Like, you know.
I live by what Candy Burr said in one of her videos. Okay. She said, "Live for things that you don't see coming."
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that really truly means, like, okay, let's say job rise, right? And, you know, you get checks, and, you know, you start to be really happy with the money that you're getting, right?
Yeah.
But then stuff happens. So it's like, okay, yes, I have this money right now, but what's going to happen next year? Mm-hmm. You know, I want to make sure that I'm very conservative with my money, my time, my energy, you know, just basically just everything. Yeah. And a lot of times we'll get so caught up on, oh my God, this is happening, I got to do this, I got to do that. But you still got to have time for yourself, and you have to pace yourself when it comes to doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I agree with that. I really do. Because sometimes we kind of just do things because it's like, oh, I got to do this now, blah, blah. But like sometimes you have to realize like your pace. What are you comfortable with? And just go from there.
My next question is, how much time does it take for you to get ready?
Oh my gosh. Like nowadays?
Either or. It could be either or.
So back then in high school, because I want to just give an idea of how I was back then. For those from high school and are seeing this video, I used to be more of like, I wanted to make sure like, you know, my fashion was okay or whatever. Even if it wasn't super up there, I didn't even buy designer clothing or nothing. It was just really about like, you know, dressing in a way that's kind of like, oh, it's kind of cute. You know what I mean? Like girly. And that would take me like an hour.
What?
Yeah, because I was trying to pick out my outfit, and I would be so last minute about it. I would throw it on, you know, all over the place. Be like, nope, that's not gonna work. Start putting on another outfit, and you end up going back to that original outfit that you first picked out. It always happens. But yes, it would take me about an hour. Nowadays, I don't want to go off on a tangent again, but nowadays I'm not super focused on the clothing. Okay. And besides, I mean, I live in Florida. It's really humid. The last thing you want is to just sweat off like a bunch of nice clothes. Okay. So I do not take even more than 5 minutes.
Oh,
At least for my face, but like, cause I only do like brows and like lashes, but it's so simple. Like I don't even go too crazy, and then I don't even do like foundation or anything. So I used to, but I don't. So that saves me time. In terms of like showering and stuff, that's like a totally different story. But the point is, I don't really spend as much time getting ready all over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like clothes wise, hair, makeup.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, for me, what I do now, I pick up my clothes before for the next day. That's like what I do now.
Pretty
But I
smart.
really don't take that long to get dressed. But like, if it's something that like I really truly want to wear, I have to find it first.
Yep.
And then like I have to iron it and then put it out first, so that I already know where it's going to be. And then boom, I'll be like, okay, I'm cool. Like, I'm
Do you prepare the shoes too?
Oh yes.
Oh my gosh.
I have to. Like, I have to really truly do well when it comes to shoes. I don't play when it comes to my fashion. I don't. But for me, like when it comes to a good shoe, I gotta make sure that shoe has no scuff, no scrummage.
Wow.
Like
Wow.
real true clean. But I don't play when it comes to my designs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like,
I see you on IG. I see you.
I try. I try. I mean, some things I do, whatnot.
But I mean, if it gives you that confidence, like by all means, like I respect that totally.
Yeah, it's all about being happy within yourself. Like,
yeah, that's really what it is.
The clothes don't make you happy. It's like what's really truly within yourself.
Because if that also, helps your confidence, then that's fine. Like everyone has a way to really boost their confidence. Right. It could be working out. Could be, like you're doing your favorite hobby and it just brings you joy. You could, I don't know, play with your dog, and I guess your dog kind of puts you in a better mood. So anything helps, boost, like say your current mood or whatever. But in terms of like confidence, anyone has their own way of doing so.
That's true. Mm-hmm. I agree with that. And also to touch base on that a little bit, like I think a lot of times people get to, in a way that's like, oh my gosh, like I have to do this or I have to do that. It's like you have to do like what's best for you and your body type. You know what I'm saying?
We want to get into that one of these videos.
Yeah, it's the main thing about being confident and comfortable in your clothing and just color coded correctly. You'll be great. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Everyone has a different fashion sense too, but it's whatever brings them confidence. That's really what matters. Like, don't care what people, think of you. And if that brings you happiness, it's like, that's what really matters. It's your happiness,
Right.
Mm-hmm. But, wait, was it my turn this time? Because you said something about getting ready. So.
I think it's your turn.
Okay, I don't know how many questions we did.
I think it was 5. We got one more.
Okay, how about this? We're gonna go into. Oh, if you had one superpower, what would it be?
Oh, that's a hard one. What would it be? If I was a water bender, because you want to know why, I could freeze water and then like take like water balls or whatever and like throw it. I think it would be like kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like probably just bend water around like Avatar.
Okay.
Back in the day, we used to watch.
Throw back to that, yeah. That's actually on Netflix now too.
Oh, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
if you ever want to if you want to ever like marathon on that, you could actually do that. I mean, you're gonna be working pretty soon, so you might as well take advantage. So.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you have one more question for me, or was that all?
Just one more question. What building did we meet back in middle school?
Okay, now this is a pop quiz all of a sudden. I was expecting you to like ask something like more like random, but that is, oh my gosh, I don't even. Okay, hold up. Was it the science building?
Yep.
But
it is.
I felt like, oh gosh, he's gonna completely fail me on that. Like I did not get that right.
No, it was upstairs. Upstairs, where the science building is, like the two science buildings that we took.
Mm-hmm.
We met like around there, and I was like, "Oh, okay, so that's like how I remember you." And
Yeah,
then, like
yeah.
when we started hanging out, we hung out downstairs in
Mm-hmm.
front of.
Oh
one
my
of the
gosh,
cop
I think
lounge.
it was in front of the AP literature area.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
got it. Got it. Oh gosh. Okay, so I know this has been like 20 minutes now, but like, do you want to quickly go into like the whole real friends versus not so real friends? He has
Let's
a
do
lot
that.
more to share, and like, I'm just, just in general, I would just have to say that you think, I think throughout college, right? You think you're gonna be
Yeah.
friends with certain people that are in your class. They even have your phone number. At some point, you guys have hung out a lot, let's say. Um, and then you would be like, oh, I mean, like, even after, we're done with school, we're done with these classes, we should still keep in touch or hang out. That stuff sometimes just never works out because it seems like people just move on. And I mean, I can't really force them to be friends of mine, but I mean, it's just weird how there's a fallout sometimes after being in a class with someone that you were actually pretty close to, and then suddenly there's a fallout. Like you don't hear from them ever again after that quarter or semester. So I just want to say in general, that was my experience like throughout college, and I've been to like 3 colleges total. So I'd like to say that.
How did it make you feel when you
Well,
had like the falling out with those people? How did it really truly like affect you? Like were you like confused? Like what was it though? Like how'd you feel?
I would have to say for the most part, I was, yeah, confused. But I was also content with just kind of being with just alone. I don't know. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's like if they're going to be real friends, they'll keep in contact with you. I think that's just my mentality on that. Not everyone will agree because I feel like on from their perspective, they're probably thinking, oh, well, this person didn't text me back. But it's one of those things, it's like if you wanted to be true friends or like you wanted to maintain that closeness, you would take that initiative.
I agree.
Yeah. But how about you? Like, I know you probably have a lot more to say than me because I've just had that.
I would say this, like, it really started when I first started college. And mind you, in the previous video that I said before, I started college when I was 17 years old. So the people that I hung around with that were like, okay, so I was 17, so people I was around was like 23, 24. So these people were like way older than me.
Oh my gosh.
So for me, if you're older than me or any age group, I'm going to expect you to lead by example. So for example, as a college student, you go to class, I expect you to, go to class and succeed your class so that I can learn what you're doing, like your study methods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you're working and going to school, I want to learn how to do that. Like, what's it like going to school and work? You know what I'm saying? And actually, finishing college. Because I gotta say, the people I was around, they would talk about, oh yeah, I'm in college, I go to school, but you never finish, and you're doing stuff, the wrong way. And I would be kind of confused because it's just like, how are you older than me and you're acting my age? You know what I'm saying? And it was very confusing to me. So I remember this one time, this one girl that I met through one of my best friends that he introduced me to. And she was just really, really, she was cool in the beginning, but then out of nowhere, she just turned on me like the next few weeks. Like we were cool in the beginning, right? And then out of nowhere, she calls me, right? She got the nerve to say, where you get all this money from? Because, like, you wear all this nice stuff. Like, who are you? I said, excuse me? I said, what? And she goes, yeah, and by the way, I'm jealous of you. I said, what?
Oh,
now, mind you, you're 23, and at the time I was 17, turning 18 or 19, one of those ages. And I'm like, I've never in my life had anybody call me or tell me to my face that they're jealous of me. I said, jealous of what? And she goes, well, you look nice every single day. I shop at Walmart, and I have financial problems, and you don't. And I'm like, well, why is that your business? Whatever I have, why is that your business? And it was very hurtful to me because it's like, I'm a really, really sweet person. I'm a really, really nice and caring and compassionate person. And I understand everybody has different financial situations. I totally understand that. But however, now, stay in your lane. Okay? I respect you for everything that you have going on. So respect me in return if we're going to be friends now. Because it's always this one-sided stuff that's just not cool. And it's always going to be like, boundaries. Boundaries are just being totally crossed. And it's like, whatever I do that I like to shop, I like to cook. I like to do stuff that I like to do. And I think a lot of people don't realize, if a person is not a celebrity, you constantly want to attack them. But yet, everybody in America wants to go on and be on Instagram and follow Beyonce, the baby, Jay-Z, all these entertainers, right? You compliment what they wear all the time. Put emojis on, all kind of crazy stuff. But yeah, for somebody who's not an entertainer, you don't feel like it's okay to just attack me or other people. I don't think it's cool. I really truly don't think it's cool, and it's like really truly hurtful because it's just like, why would you do that if we're supposed to be cool? And then I remember it was last year, like a bunch of people were just turning on me, like just being like, oh, just look at you, like you're always happy. So I'm supposed to be miserable. I can't enjoy my life. I can't live my best life. So it's cool if you're happy. But if I'm happy, it's a problem, it's an issue. No, that's not like what real friends should actually do. It's like, I support you, anything that you do. So it's like, respect me, support me, whatever I'd like to do. So I don't get that with people. It's like a lot of times people are just so into material stuff and very materialistic and put down people who have nothing in control of. And I gotta be honest, like people in South Pass, not everybody had their parents in their life. Well, people that I've met, they didn't always have their parents in their life. And it's sad, but they never did me wrong.
Yeah.
Never. And it's like, so you don't attack me because I have both my parents in my life? How are we supposed to be friends and you hating on me? I'm supporting you and you hating on me. How is that possible? Like, it just does not make sense to me with people. And I have to realize that, you know what, there's a lot of jealous, hateful, envious people out in this world.
It's just really toxic.
Sad.
It's just really toxic, honestly.
It was toxic, and I would almost want to cry a little bit because it's just like we're friends for 2-3 years, and then I know you just want to just turn on me. So now you just tell me how you really truly feel about me, and I'm like, okay, well, you should never spoke to me in the get-go. That's just me.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, I personally never went through that, but I can see from your perspective why that could be. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot, and it'd be really truly unexpected too. A lot of the stuff is really truly unexpected. You'd be like, where did this person come from? Like, where did all this anger come from? People need to stop being so materialistic and actually be grateful for what they actually do have. So I'm saying, I'm not even talking about material stuff. If you have a mama, a grandma, or somebody in your family or friends that really truly love you, take that to the grave. I mean, take that to the grave. Be grateful every single day that God gave you somebody that in your life to guide you, to support you, anything positive. Because it's hard. It's really, really hard when you don't have support. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a lot.
Yeah. I totally understand that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that had to happen to you, though. The thing is, we don't really ask for that. Like, it just happens sometimes, right?
Yeah.
But like the thing is, it's like we're gonna have to encounter people that are just gonna be putting down others in that way. They want to bring people down, but it's pretty much a reflection of how they are as people. Like they're just not in that. They're just not in that positive mindset.
Yeah.
So
It's sad, but for you, for things that you went through, I mean, did it really truly caught you off guard? Like when all this stuff was going down, like did you like expect it in any way? Cause
mm. The thing is, I never really expected it, but I think that's why I became a little bit more to myself for years, especially when COVID hit. I'm not gonna lie, I cut off a lot of things. Like social media was just dead to me. I was just like, I'm not even posting. I'm not gonna go on social media. I even installed the app until recently this year.
yeah, I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
I just felt like I guess if these people want to keep in touch, it was just not real friendship to begin with.
Yeah.
And I mean, sadly, like there's always going to be those people that you would think are going to be your best friends for life, but there's always just going to be circumstances or just people just change or things are just going differently in their lives. And then, especially if you move, okay, I think for me, ever since I moved, it became like more evident to me that I didn't have too many close friends.
Really?
Yeah, but that's a whole nother video. I don't want to keep going into that because it's already 31 minutes now. But the point is, it's like you think you're gonna maintain a real friendship, like because the thing is like I'm positive enough to at least be like, I hope we can still be friends. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? I hope we can be friends for like as long as we can, and like still communicate, say hi to each other, and just be cordial and just be friendly or keep in touch at least a little bit here and there, but it seems like not everyone just does that. So I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it at that note, but I'm not gonna go too much in depth about that. But the point was, it made me realize like who truly was there for me.
I'm sorry you went through a lot. That's tough.
I mean, you went through a lot, especially recently though. So I think equally both kind of had our fair share of unfortunate events. So I guess we should leave it at this note. That was a little sad. Okay, so next video we're hopefully gonna go into more of like how we started our fitness journey, what encouraged us, what motivated us to get started, to be healthier versions of ourselves, because ultimately that's what matters, just being a healthier version of yourself and just having a better mindset. I think mentally it really can make a difference once you start being in that positive mindset as you are trying to get more healthier and fit and all that good stuff. So yes, we'll leave it on that note, but Aljon, do you have a few more words?
Just stay true to yourself and be happy and know who you are. And just live your life for you. Don't worry about nobody else got to say. Live best for you.
Yes, and continue to stay positive, stay blessed, and stay tuned for future live streams with me and Algie. And if you guys haven't already, please feel free to like, comment, and sub for more content like this. And see you guys next time.
Bye, everybody.